Hey guys, what's up? My name's Christian. I'm a pre-PA student. So today we're going to talk about how I'm going through college debt-free and how I plan to graduate from physician's assistant school debt-free. So I'm currently in my junior year. I have a associate's degree and I'm going for my bachelor's right now, and I will be going for my master's for physician's assistant starting May 2022 if everything goes alright after I apply. So my college journey has been a little bit longer than the typical person. I first started college in 2016 and I went to a local community college where my financial aid actually covered all my tuition, and then I had some left over for books. So at that time I didn't apply for any scholarships, and I was just focusing on my academics and transitioning to the college life from high school where I wasn't really focused. Then I went to physical therapist assistant school, and that was a little bit more expensive than the community college, but not incredibly expensive. It cost me almost $10,000 overall, but I had worked throughout high school and I saved up some money, so I was able to graduate from there with minimal debt. And when I actually graduated from there, I actually paid off that debt. So now here I am as a pre-PA student. I've been at this current school for about 2 years now. I started in 2019 after graduating PTA school. So I'm working as a PTA on the weekends and also at a grocery store on the weekends. So I work about 16 hours a week and I get paid fairly well as a PTA. So that was a huge help to get a higher paying job that I could work on the weekends. The three main things that I would say to get through college debt free is, one, you want to be working a job. I know in PA school it's recommended to not work a job, so I try to earn money in high school and earn as much money as you could in your undergrad, so that those savings, whatever you have, could help you get through PA school. It's probably not going to cover all of it. That's where scholarships and grants come in. But you definitely want to save up as much as you possibly could in high school and undergrad. In undergrad, it should be a healthcare job. That way you can get the patient care hours and money on the side, because it would really suck to be putting all this effort into gaining patient care hours and the only thing you're getting out of it is patient care hours and experience. You're not getting paid for it. So if you're getting paid for it and it's patient care experience, that's amazing. So like something like an EMT, ER tech, PT aid, they get paid a little bit better than what you would have for like a normal kind of like grocery store job like I have. And then other things like an RN or an LPN or a PTA, they're going to pay a little bit on the higher end. But then again, you'd have to go to school for at least 2 years if you're going for like an RN or a PTA or something like that. Pharmacy tech is another one that pays pretty decent, just a little bit higher than the normal like grocery store or anything like that. But you're definitely going to want to apply for a lot of scholarships, because that's where the majority of the money that's going to cover school. And they vary. Some scholarships might be as low as $500. Some scholarships will cover your full tuition, but they typically come with a cost, like you have to work in a certain area or something like that. So some scholarships that I applied to, I do a lot on bold.org. That's bold.org. They have some no essay scholarships, and they also have some essay scholarships. Haven't got anything from them, but I'm still applying. I try to do at least one scholarship a week. I applied through an honor society that I'm in at my college. I applied through scholarships at my college, which I actually did get. So your first bet for winning scholarships is always going to be the ones at your college, just because there's going to be less applicants. And but you could also find ones like online, like scholarships.com is another place that lists a lot of scholarships that you could apply to. But your best bet is going to be at scholarships during undergrad. And you definitely want to apply to scholarships during undergrad, because then you could save more, because the scholarships are paying for your tuition. So don't think that you could just put off applying to scholarships through undergrad and then apply through them to PA school, because that's not going to happen. Because if you don't have the time to apply through scholarships during undergrad, you're not going to have the time during PA school. Grad scholarships that I'm looking into are Catalyst Scholarship. Again, I'm not affiliated in any way with any of these scholarships, or it's not a promotion or anything. I'm just saying what I personally did. Catalyst Scholarship, the National Health Service Corps Scholarship, which again you have to do a 2-year commitment in a primary care specialty. But you also get like a stipend and all that, and they cover all your tuition. So that is the main one that I'm hoping to get through PA school debt free. But how I've gone through undergrad debt free is, from the savings, from working every weekend, just having the cash flow, and then the scholarships I've won, and also grants. I get a decent amount of grants from the state and federal aid, and then I get a academic scholarship from my university, which is a huge help because it's covers almost half of my tuition. So definitely keep your grades up in high school, because that will get you a scholarship when you apply for schools. If you're good at sports, you could also get a scholarship from that, anything like that. So look for what schools are going to offer you the best scholarship. So aside from cash flow and scholarships and working your job, another thing you're going to want to focus on is cutting expenses, even throughout high school, because you want to build up that savings as much as you could. So save up throughout high school, save up throughout college. Also, the school that you pick is going to be huge for your college. So another reason to keep your grades up in high school and work in high school is because you'll have more options for colleges. If you have a higher GPA when you graduate college, you have more options for where you want to go for school, which is great because some schools might be cheaper, but you might not be able to get into them, or some schools might have better scholarships than others, but you might not be able to get into them because you had a low GPA in high school. And this is what I experienced, because my GPA in high school is about a 3.2. So I didn't even try applying to actual colleges. That's why I went to community college and then a junior college, and now I'm actually in a 4-year university. So when you're picking your colleges, obviously the main thing you're going to want to focus on is the cost of tuition, and typically if you're interested in going to school debt free, that is, typically schools that are in your state are going to be the cheapest, and they're public schools. The difference is pretty incredible. So I'm not really sure for undergrad, I can't really tell you, but I know it's probably in the range of $5,000 to $10,000 cheaper to go to a in-state public school versus an out-of-state private school. I currently go to an in-state private school, so it is considerably more expensive. So as far as PA school goes, if you go to an in-state public school, the average cost is around a little over $50,000, as opposed to if you're in a private school, it's around $100,000, which my school is around $90,000 because it is a private school, but it is in-state. If you go out of state in a private school, it can be upwards of $100,000. So you could definitely see the difference, and the benefit of going to an in-state public school is you cut the cost almost in half, and then when you do graduate college, you could, if you had the savings and you got the scholarships, you could even graduate with savings from PA school. And that's what my hope is, but there's a lot that is dependent upon that, and that's why I'm trying my best to just get through undergraduate debt free, so that I have more leverage going into grad school, and I have some savings that I could put to, the first, if I don't get the scholarships, I could put them towards the first few semesters to at least minimize the amount of debt I'll be taking out. But there's also smaller scholarships you could apply throughout PA school that are like the ones you could apply through undergrad. Typically I'm seeing they're like $1,500, $2,000. The site that I'm going to be applying for these for is PA Foundation, and they offer a number of scholarships for physician assistant majors. So there is scholarships out there. There is a lack of people applying to these scholarships, especially at your school. Like something like bold.org, where it's a mainstream kind of thing. they're getting a lot of scholarship applications. Something like the NHSC, even though there is a commitment, they're getting a lot of scholarship applications because they're such a large amount of money. If you're applying for the smaller scholarships at your school, you have a much higher chance of getting those scholarships, so definitely go for those. So bottom line is work throughout high school, save throughout high school, get good grades during high school so that you can get into the college you want to. When you're in undergrad, apply for scholarships, keep working, keep your grades up so you keep getting those academic grants. You could even do like a work study. And while you're in high school and undergrad, make sure you're cutting your expenses and you're saving up as much as you possibly could, so when you go into PA school, you have more cash flow and savings to throw at the tuition, because it is expensive. Like I said, $50,000 to $100,000. Typical is over $100,000. I think it's like 116 that's the average debt. The average debt for undergraduate is around $30,000. So you see, if you work throughout high school and you save up, you could definitely be at a huge advantage to your peers when you do get out of the workforce, and then you could kind of have the freedom to choose what job you want, work where you want, and it's not dependent on where could I earn the most money after graduating just to pay off my debt, even if I don't want to work that specialty. So it gives you free reign. When you don't have debt, you feel the weight off your shoulders, you feel a sense of freedom. So it's not easy, but keep working for it, apply to the scholarships, keep working, do whatever you could, save up, cut expenses, and you'll get there. I will give you guys an update once I get into PA school and how everything's going as far as debt and paying off my tuition, if I got the scholarships and all that. So look forward to that, and thank you guys for watching today. I hope you really got something out of this. This is something that I read a lot about and I've looked very closely to recently, and I just wanted to share with you guys and get you guys on top of this and motivated to graduate school debt free. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button to see more. I do pre-PA content primarily, getting into PA school. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Alright guys, peace out.